All right. Hello, everybody. It's Michele Maher here again, and I'm here today with Shari Miller.
Hi.
Thank you. Thank you, Shari, for giving me your time. And if you want to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about you.
All right. Hi. Thanks, Michelle, for creating this group. I think it's really necessary for all of us to stay connected and stay positive in these really uncertain times. I'm a life coach, and I help women to overcome areas of their life that they feel stuck in, and to be able to move forward and to move away from the sticky parts and the stressful parts, and to be able to move forward and live the full, whole, free lives that they deserve and that they dream of. So right now in this situation, the skills that I have and the tools that I have been really, really needed and important in helping people to manage stress and helping people to realize that this is a moment in time and it is scary and everyone's feelings are valid, but we will move through it. Humans are so resilient, and we've been doing this since the dawn of time, and we will do it again. But I think it's so important for us to all share what's working for us and what could be helpful to ease the stress and the anxiety, and to have us feeling a little bit more grounded in these crazy times. So thank you for having me
Right.
on.
Yeah, true. That's totally true. That's the thing is, like I was saying before, you can really get consumed with the fear and the panic, but that's not going to do you any good.
That's it.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
You know that like worry and fear don't get you anywhere.
Yeah.
And I found when they were showing the empty grocery store shelves and things like that, it just makes things worse altogether.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not what we want to see. You want to
Hmm.
be informed and you want to know what's happening. And right now, the most important thing is, as we were saying, it's to be practicing the social distancing, staying in your home as much as possible, and limiting your exposure to, well, staying 6 feet away from other people.
Yeah.
And again, staying in your home as much as you can. Although,
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
thing. And I think it's so important to, to kind of say, and it seems obvious, but I don't think it is obvious for everybody, that play dates with kids is not social distancing. Having your friend over for
I
dinner,
know.
not social distancing. Having your family, your parents, your grandparents over for dinner, also not social distancing. And as much as we as humans want to, be with our loved ones, and we're just, it's in us to gather, it's not responsible. um and
No.
and I think, I think, like, I totally agree with what you said. I've been telling a lot of my clients and my community, be informed, but don't be obsessed. Check in with the news, check in with good, reliable sources every day, but to not be consumed with scrolling on Facebook, because those are not reliable sources. That's where the fear has been amping up, like you said, with the pictures of the empty shelves and people talking about what they're doing and what they're getting, and people shaming each other because they're still on vacation, or because they've chosen to go, or because they should be home now. And I think as humans, our responsibility is to help each other and not to add fuel to the fire that's already here.
Right.
And I think for the most part we are. I really do. I really believe. I have this strong, like, optimistic belief that we really are helping each other. And the negative responses, again, are also out of fear. They're
Oh,
also out
definitely.
of not knowing, what's going on, and it's this lack of control that we have.
Yeah, that's
That,
exactly what it is. Lack of control that was
exactly.
lost.
Yep.
Um, and where everybody's so used to the routines.
Yeah.
Um, and then all of a sudden there's no more routine.
Well, that's it. And it's this idea of leaning into these new routines and
Yeah,
creating new
creating new,
ones.
or
And I keep
yeah,
saying, we have this opportunity, which is it can be a blessing and a gift, that we have this opportunity to create new healthy routines for ourselves if we choose to. And I'm not saying that we all should be, deep cleaning our houses 24/7 and doing all the exercises and eating all vegetables. But if we have had some goals for ourselves, I mean, I work with goals with my clients, whether it's financial goals or new career goals, or even, health goals. It's an opportunity now, because we have the time to be able to start these new healthy habits. Or we can decide that we want to just sit on the couch and eat cookies and watch Netflix, which I think is okay at
yeah,
times as well. I think we
right.
we can't get wrapped up in, the shoulds. And this is
No,
something, as a life coach, that, is a big one with a lot of my clients and people that I know everywhere. Like, I should be cleaning, I should be purging, I should be exercising, I should be starting my diet or my new eating plan. And I don't think that's helpful either. But I think it's a really beautiful opportunity for us to take this time in this space to start to do things that we had on our minds that we used, like, I'm too busy, as an
we
excuse,
always said
right?
if we ever had time, we'd do this,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
but the fact is that everybody has the same amount of time, 24
Hmm.
hours in a day. You
Hmm.
choose how to spend it, and so that you were
Exactly.
always putting it off with the excuse that you didn't have enough time.
Oh
And
yeah.
now you have time. You've been given time. You can't
Yep.
go anywhere. There's nowhere to go
Yep.
except you can go outside for a walk, which for sure
Yep.
is something that you need to do, especially when we're cooped up in our houses.
For
And
sure.
you have to get out there and get some exercise and fresh air, and being in nature
Yep.
rejuvenates you as well. But yeah, so definitely anything that this gives you the chance for anything you had on your list that you always wanted to do.
Hmm.
Um, as well, it is also important that everybody's practicing self-care too, because
100%.
you could
And mental
also,
and mental
yeah,
health
mental,
care, like, this is
exactly.
huge. Because it's that uncertainty and that roller coaster of, okay, I feel good today, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, what about my stocks, or what about my property value, and what about if I never get back to work again, or what about my business? And that roller coaster, that ability to be able to lean on others if we don't have the tools to manage our own emotions and mind, which is the work that I do, is helping people to learn how to manage their minds, and how to shift out of those, that skipping record of fear and negativity, and into something that's more empowering. um,
Right.
it's I think it's really important. Something I've been telling a lot of my clients as well is, I think it's really important for us to all feel all of the feelings that we're feeling without having to justify them. Because right now, having to say, well, I know I should be feeling, positive about this, but I'm not. I don't think that's helpful. I think in order to move through feelings, we have to feel them. And in order to heal those things, we have to allow ourselves to sit in them, and then to move through them. And shaming ourselves and shaming others for the way that we're feeling, if it's fear, if it's anger, if it's frustration, if it's impatience, is not helpful. We need to allow ourselves and everybody to do that, and then move through it together. And we can move through it together.
Yeah, right. Definitely. And I've seen a lot of evidence that people are coming out as a community, helping one
Yeah,
another.
big time.
Well, we also saw this, all the videos from Italy of them
Hmm.
singing, playing the musical instruments and singing from their
Yeah.
balconies. Yeah, and a friend also told me about an initiative in her condo where they were putting up these notes on everybody's door where you could say if you needed anything,
Oh, I love that.
so that if there are people who shouldn't be venturing out
Right.
because they're compromised immune system or elderly, then people volunteer to go get them groceries from the
Okay.
store, or that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's so
Or
awesome.
even to walk their dog, or whatever,
That's it. Yeah. Like, I know in Toronto, I don't know about your neighborhood. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
there's something similar, but all of the little pockets which make up Toronto, most of them have like a Facebook group that is neighborhood
Yes. Yeah, we have one as
groups.
well. Yep.
And it's just been so awesome to see what people are doing. Like even myself, I went on there and said, if anybody needs a ride somewhere, if anybody needs, like errands run or some groceries or some this, that, and the other thing, and everyone in our little pocket
Mhm.
are lending a hand for, yes, the elderly and the people that maybe aren't mobile and can't get out to get supplies and things like that. I think it's an opportunity for us to really come together, and it's happening. um,
Yes. Yes, it is.
it's cool to see amidst the fear, and for some reason today felt a little lighter. Everyone that I talked to, everyone that I checked in with, everyone that everyone felt this, like, okay, we've made it through like an actual work week of isolation. So it's Friday, and even though most of us are at home and are not going to work and that kind of thing, there's something about Friday that everyone gets excited about. And everyone that I spoke to today seemed to have a little bit more lightness to them, which is showing that, okay, we can do this.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And we can, and we will.
Yeah.
But it's we need to take this in as an opportunity.
Yeah.
And people also, when the kids are home, which it was expected for March break, but then
Yeah.
there's the 2 additional weeks, which now they've announced that they're going to do online learning classes starting Monday.
Okay,
It was
good.
just announced today. We'll see how excited the kids will be about that one. But yeah, no, and back to what you were saying too as well about the social distancing. It's not play dates. That's so important, because I've heard from somebody else who saw crowds gathering at the parks,
Yeah.
playgrounds,
Yeah.
and that's not social distancing at
No,
all.
it's
You can't
not.
even have anybody outside, whoever lives in your house, or
Hmm.
that's it.
That's
Like,
it.
not
That's
even
that.
your parents or your siblings
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Oh yeah, we saw
um
some people. We saw a couple groups of kids playing basketball yesterday when we were on a walk, and they're blocking each other and touching each other and all up in each other's faces and that kind of thing. And I could tell that they weren't siblings. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And my heart goes out to young people and all of us that want to be together and do things, but it's not socially, it's not responsible.
No,
um
it's not. And the fact is, we do have this technology now that
yeah.
we can socialize while
Yeah.
we're not in the same room.
Yeah.
With we can get together and have somebody to talk to, that you
It
can
is, it's the next
even
best
have
thing.
a party.
Oh, absolutely. I saw a bunch of people that I know posting, and it's so cool. Like people that I know having girls' nights where
Yes.
they all gathered with their wine, and everybody was just, I mean, we're going to do that with our friends tonight. We're going to have our cocktails, on FaceTime, and we can
Yeah.
we can still gather. We just, it's the next best thing. We're very lucky that we have that right now, because not too long ago we wouldn't have been able to. We would have legit been just stuck in our homes.
Right. Yeah. And this has given us the opportunity as small business owners to be able to be creative in our
Yes,
businesses.
absolutely.
And I see so many, well, everything's gone online now. Like, of course, Fem City,
Yeah.
that we're both a part of, is
Yeah.
having our collective group. Well, we're both collective leaders, so we're going to be
Mm-hmm.
doing our meetings
Yep.
online.
Yep.
But the people with fitness studios, yoga
Yeah.
studios, things like that, doing all that.
Everyone's
So
doing
there's
all
no,
that.
everybody. I even saw something this morning said that LinkedIn Learning has offered some courses on LinkedIn.
Oh, wow.
And
Nice.
I haven't looked into it,
Okay.
but
Cool.
yeah. So,
Yeah, people are
and
stepping up and people are getting creative, like you said. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I said, this is a really awesome opportunity for us, that are business owners and that have, things that we can offer to really stand up, to really show up, and to find ways to serve our communities that are different than what we've always done. And it doesn't mean that we have to, fold over and just, lie down. We can still help people. We can still serve people. We can still, do the things that we are meant to do, and share our gifts with the world, just in a different way right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of opportunity there with
Yeah.
online. Um,
Yeah.
and of course, it'll make us all in a better position when we do come out of this. We'll be in a much better
Oh
position,
yeah.
because, like, for the people who didn't have online courses,
Yep.
now's your chance to develop your online course.
Yep.
Some of these regular Zoom, maybe the Zoom
Hmm.
online yoga classes and things like that are a good thing to just continue with on maybe a lesser frequency, for
Absolutely.
people that don't want to, people that are remote,
Yeah.
for people that
Oh,
are remote, and
absolutely.
also in the winter, for, when it's terrible weather.
Yep. No, I
And we
agree
are,
100%. It's like we're
yeah,
being pushed out of our comfort zones to do these things, which is going to be better for all of us in the long run. And when we do come out the other side, we're going to have honed some skills that we probably all wanted to do and wanted to try, but we're just scared.
right.
um, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think there's lots of opportunities all around for us to, you know, expand. And I think I was saying to one of my clients yesterday when we were on a coaching call, this is happening for us. It's not happening to us. There's a reason for this. And there's a reason that, and I'm a little bit, more into the woo woo than some are, but
Yep.
I really do believe that, the universe, whoever your greater spirit is that you believe
Yes.
in, is looking down and saying, like, you guys have lost the plot for a minute. Like,
Yeah. Out of
you're not
control.
talking to each other anymore. You're on your phones. We're our heads are down, and now we're forcing everybody to kind of get back to basics, to cook at home again, to spend more time with our families, to have to talk, to play games, to play cards, to, like, to grow in ways that we wouldn't have otherwise. And I'm choosing, and like you said it earlier in our talk, it's all choices, it's all decisions that we have to make, right? We can choose, we can choose to cry in a corner about it, and that's okay for 5 minutes. But we can also
Right.
choose to, exercise every day and get outside and have a little bit. I believe in having like a project every day. Like one day maybe it's clean out your closet. Today I put away all my, my big winter parkas and boots and stuff like that, praying that I'm not going to need them again, because you never
Yeah.
know. But you know what I mean? Like a small project every day with a little bit of structure, but not feeling like it's not okay to sleep in a little bit, or that it's not okay to have some of the chips. But for us to take this opportunity to grow, to expand, to connect,
Yep.
I think we're all connecting a hell of a lot more right now than we ever have been. It's
We
crazy.
are. It's funny that you say that, because somebody posted that just this week, maybe yesterday or Wednesday, and said that I've never been more social
Yeah.
before than I
Yes.
am now. Like, doing more,
Totally.
more social stuff, more networking.
Yeah.
Because and for me, there's been all kinds of these, Zoom meetings
Yeah.
that are set up with different people.
Yeah.
So
I think it's
yeah,
awesome.
it is for sure.
Yeah.
And the thing is, oh yeah, and another call. Oh, you were there yesterday with
Mm.
Dion's thing. And the
Yeah.
one woman, and I cannot remember her name, but she
Mm.
spoke and said that she felt the world was
Mm-hmm.
off balance before this. And
Yeah.
basically, what was her quote? The world was so off balance, and the universe or whoever decided to turn the volume up
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a great quote. But it felt like there was a lot of hostility
Yeah.
and division in the world,
Yeah.
especially, well, again, on Facebook you would see some of that, and
Mm-hmm.
so
Yep.
much of the political
Yep.
division.
Yep.
that had just gone to such an extreme. And I
I
think
know.
this is forcing us now to not, look at who's in charge on a political
Yeah.
basis. Who cares what party they're part of?
Hmm.
Just where everything should be done for the greater good of the whole world.
The whole
And
world. Yeah.
and that's how I think I think they are working together.
I
um,
agree. I
I
agree.
think everybody is working together, and hopefully when we come out of this on the other side, we'll have a kinder world.
I think it's forcing us to really, like ground down into what really matters and to get some real perspective. And
Yeah,
to, we have no choice but to align with what we value. And that's a good thing for us. That's a thing that, we were unfortunately getting away from. And this is forcing us to come back to it. And I see us like, part of my superpower is I can, I can see the big picture. I can see, I can't see the future and know what exactly is going to happen, but I can feel into it and feel that, this is going to be a good thing for us. And that we, yes, some people may and already have lost their lives.
yeah,
And this is the reality of it, which sucks. But I think as humanity, as a collective, I think we are going to come out of this, better than ever. And hopefully we can keep that momentum going. I had this quote, I just want to read it. And
sure, yeah.
I just think it's really cool. It's by someone named Gail Foreman. I'm not sure who she is, but we are born in one day. We die in one day. We can change in one day. We can fall in love in one day. Anything can happen in one day. And I believe that. Like, we see how this has been,
Especially now,
yeah,
definitely.
it's been unfolding by the minute, by the hour, by the day. And anything can happen in a day. And there's still tons of magic all around us, if we look for it, and if we be it, and if we allow what we have inside of us and share it. And it's our opportunity now to do that,
Yeah,
which I think
right.
is awesome.
That's definitely a great quote, and that shows you, when you look at that, where you would say, like, when you think about your dreams and everything that you want to
Yeah.
do in life, and you think, oh, it's not possible, it's not
Yep.
possible, it's not possible. Well, who would have ever thought this is possible?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
who would have thought we'd have the restaurants shut down? Like, who would have thought we have Starbucks that you can't sit at?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
um, that all these things be shut down.
Exactly.
You can't find toilet paper.
Yeah. Oh, I
Sorry,
know.
but but
Who would have ever, like, in a million years, even like, a couple weeks ago, thought that it was going to get to this. And um, none of us, you know what I mean? None of us would have ever expected this. And
no.
but the crazy thing is that we also have the capacity to get through it.
Yeah,
And we, none of us, I kind of said to a lot of my clients, like, let's kind of not focus so much on what we can't do
no,
anymore. Like,
because it doesn't.
focusing on, I want to go to the pub and have a beer and some wings, or I want to go for a Starbucks coffee, or I want to meet up with my friends. Because again, that's lumped up there with worry and with fear. Those energies are wasted energies.
Right.
So let's focus on the things we can do. Let's focus on the things that do make us feel good right now. Let's muddy the future a little bit, because none of us knows what this is going to look like. And let's focus on the right now, on, the connection and having the opportunity to spend time with, our families or whoever is living under our roof, and to do
Right.
some projects that we wanted to do, to start some new habits, to get it, to, like we said, to be connecting. I'm texting and I'm calling and I'm FaceTiming people more than ever, like we just said. So
Yeah.
let's keep that as our focus, because that's good energy, and that's going to get us through this. Not worrying about the things that haven't happened yet, or the things that could happen,
Right.
or the things that we wish we had and we don't anymore. Yeah. So it's kind of like the be here now philosophy, really. And we get
Yeah,
to
yeah.
choose, what we want it to be. You know what I mean? And it can be 50%, watching Suits and eating Oreos. And I say that out of like pure personal experience, because, and 50%, I get up and I go for a walk every day. I love my yoga studio, which is closed, but I'm doing yoga at home, and we're trying to eat as healthy as we can. We're not like, it feels like, like, hey, you know what I mean, I'm home, so let's have wine every night, and I'm trying to be conscious about that. But if I want to have a glass, I am having one. So there's
Mm.
that dance of like, this is our new normal. So what feels good for us right now? What's gonna help us to get through this in the best way possible?
Right. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not negativity. It's not staying up all night. It's not eating all the garbage. It's not drinking
No.
all the wine. It's not, never moving. It's doing some of that, but doing a lot of the other things that is going to have us feeling strong and feeling of sound mind and body. And yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's definitely. There was a call that I was on with Hub, and they were talking. Mary was talking to Jeffrey Eisen.
Mm.
He is a life coach in Toronto,
Yeah.
and he said one of the things is decide who you want to be when
Yeah.
this is over.
Yeah.
This gives you the time to sit and reflect and think about if you're happy with the way you're living your life,
Yeah.
and then make the any adjustments
Yeah.
to make sure that you decide who you want to be going
Yeah,
forward.
that's it. Like I say that to
And
all of my clients. Who's the person that you want to be? Who like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And then now, like, now it's time to start taking those small steps consistently
baby steps.
forward
Yeah,
to being that person, just showing up as that person right now. And it all starts with those small habits that are in alignment with the person that you want to be, with the life you want to live. And what a beautiful opportunity right now, because we have time and we have space to be able to really sit there and decide, okay, you know what I mean, like what's working,
exactly.
what's not working, and let's
Yeah.
move forward. Yeah.
And we have the technology.
Yes,
So
exactly.
anything
Yep.
you want to learn, anything that you've always thought, anywhere, any personal development that you want to do,
For sure.
anything, it's all out there. It's
It's
all
all
out
out
there.
there. There's so much support, and there's so much
And
um
so many people are
resources.
offering, yeah, and so many people are offering free services as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
Just everybody's coming together to help each
Yeah.
other, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So for me, I said that I was going to do videos for the last year, right,
Yeah.
with my jewelry, and I'm definitely going to do that now.
Good.
And there's some branding and marketing and messaging type stuff that I've been working on,
Yeah.
and has been kind of on my list. Couple courses that I'm going through, so to get
Amazing.
that done as well. But
So good.
yeah, yeah, no, it was
Love it.
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes
It's
we need a real kick in the ass.
sometimes
as,
we do. It's
as
it's always an
society.
excuse. It's always an excuse when you say you don't have the time.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
and
I agree.
this has given us the time. So
It
and we'll
is.
get there, and we'll get through this together.
We
And
will. And you know what? Mama Earth is happy right now, because we're not driving as much, and we're not, flying, and we're not polluting, and we're not buying, and we're not, we're like, there's so much that we're not doing that is really good for the environment, so the environment can heal. And when the earth heals, we heal. When we heal, the earth heals. And we're all doing this together right now. And I think that there's a reason for that too. Yeah, I think we've all seen that the Venice canals are the clearest they've ever been, because the boats are
yes,
not going, and there's actual fish in there again, and dolphins and things like that. Like,
yep,
talk about how quickly we can heal,
yeah, true. That's
when
that's quick.
we're
That's
forced to
quick.
stop the things that are not good for us, right? So, and people are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just need to revisit what you're doing and think
Yep.
about it going
Yep.
forward.
Yep.
Who you want to be. Yeah,
Who you want
for
to be.
sure.
Exactly. I love that.
For sure. All right. Well, thank you, Shari, for your time.
Thank you.
And I will put your information underneath this video when I put it up as well.
Awesome.
It was great connecting with you. And
Yeah.
this is how we're going to get through it together, just staying
Yeah.
connected and helping one another.
Absolutely. I really appreciate it. And I want to put this out there to anyone that, is listening in the group or beyond, that, I'm open to, a free call, a free, you know, just if anyone's out there struggling and feeling scared and stuck and just need somebody to talk to that can ground and give some tools on how to navigate through this, I'm always here. So yeah.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's great. Definitely everybody.
Mhm.
That's really nice. So,
All right.
okay.
Okay.
All
Have an
right.
awesome weekend, Michelle.
Thank you. You too.
Okay.
All right. Bye for now,
Bye.
everybody.